I was watching one of our shows yesterday, and I was absolutely appalled by some of the garbage I was listening to on Weapons Hot. And it wasn't because of CJ and Kevin. It was because of this particular guy named John. And I've got a couple of clips for all the fans to listen to because I got something to say to this kid.
I have no ill will towards the New York Jets. I want them to give me something positive to go on. And the things that I'm looking at go beyond star players than just Jamal Adams. See, now this isn't just his comments here now. And right. I'm not even close to the team. And I said everything that Jamal Adams said a week before he said them, because I'm getting bad vibes from the coaching staff, from the front office, from them not building up this defense, for them not building up this offense. They got a franchise quarterback that they don't put players around. Okay. And I'm wondering, what the hell are they doing? And then it gets deeper, though, than just Jamal Adams. It gets to CJ Mosley. Now, here's another rumor that's going around. Last year, was he really hurt? Now he opts out. Maybe he doesn't want anything to do with this train wreck. Then I look at Le'Veon Bell. Adam Gase said that he misused Le'Veon Bell through the first half of last season. But guess what? He misused him through the entire season and didn't even want him for the money that they paid him. And that's on record. I'm looking at all these star players leaving, and I'm looking at Adam Gase and his crazy eyes. I'm looking at the ownership, Christopher Johnson, Joe Douglas in the front office. I'm looking at them and allowing a coach like this to take the helm here. We were just talking about free agents wanting to come to the Jets and being an enticing place to come. The things that Jamal Adams said when he left, I don't think that it can just go untouched. Adam Gase, letting other coaches handle player personnel issues. If a player's got a problem, he should feel like he should be able to go to his head coach, right? CJ Mosley, the injury last year, was he really hurt? This year he opts out. Did he really want to part of his training?
All right. First of all, and I need some of that music, okay? Because this guy is a complete clown, okay? And I just lower the music a little bit, Speedy. You don't have to put it all the way up so that nobody can hear what I have to say here. First of all, for the fact that he thinks that C.J. Mosley was not hurt last year is a complete, utter joke, okay? C.J. Mosley got hurt in the first game of the season. He hurt his hamstring or his quad, and he was out a significant amount of time. Now, he had one of the best games of the season for any defensive player. A matter of fact, he was Defensive Player of the Week when he got hurt. Now, he came back in the middle of the season, coming back from injury, and he still wasn't 100% healthy. Now, you're going to come out and say that he was not hurt, that it was a train wreck, and that's why he didn't want to play for the team, and that's why he decided to opt out of this year's season because of COVID-19. How about this? And I don't know this guy, and he calls himself the Gift. How about we call him the GIF? Because it's a complete joke. There should be a cartoon of this guy, a friggin' circus of this guy. He takes shots at people, takes shots of his own team. Now shut the music off, because I'm so disgusted from this. I can't sit here and listen to a bunch of Jet fans. And how about this? Football fans that think they know what they're talking about. First of all, do you work for the Jets organization? John, if you're listening, you can call the show right now, 631-965-4990. And I know you don't have the balls to call this show, because if you did, I tell you, you're not going to call me names like you were calling Kevin. And I'm surprised Kevin didn't jump right through the screen and rip your damn head off.
You called him names?
Oh, yeah. I don't even want to say it on our digital platform.
Who was this guy?
I don't know. He calls himself the Gift. The Gift that keeps on giving. Let me tell you. The fact that Adam Gase didn't want Le'Veon Bell has nothing to do with the way Le'Veon Bell played last year, okay? Le'Veon Bell had enough touches. They didn't have an offensive line. And so you're going to blame Adam Gase because Mike McCagnon didn't build an offensive line when Mike McCagnon decided to sign Le'Veon Bell. So that is because of the New York Jets organization and Adam Gase. Now, Adam Gase is not the greatest coach. I will tell you that right now. He is one of the worst coaches we have seen in New York Jets history. Really, New York Jets history, because we haven't seen enough of him. Now, we don't know what he is. We don't know if he's another Rich Kotite. We don't know if he's an Eric Mangini. He's a 2-year and done type of coach, a 3-year type of done coach. We don't know what he is. But the fact that you're taking shots at a guy that, let's be honest, last year had Trevor Siemian starting in one game because Sam Darnold had mono, okay? And Sam Darnold was out for 4 to 5 games last year. If you look at the Jets defense, you're taking shots at the Jets, that the Jets don't have any defense, and that Jamal Adams was the savior of the New York Jets defense last year. Jamal Adams wasn't even the best defensive player on the team the last 10 games of the season.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah, and again, it's still a good team defense. They lack the pass rush. We know that. But again, they have Quinnen Williams. Well, they had C.J. Mosley, but now obviously he's out. They still have Marcus May when he's healthy. They have enough talent. And remember, that secondary got bolstered up a lot. So Jamal Adams was saving a lot of bad corners last year, whereas in terms of this year, they might not need that kind of thing. And again,
how was he saving them? The games that he had
bad corners last year.
How did he save them? First of all, Marcus May was a better defensive player in the second half of the season than Jamal Adams was. If you look at Jamal Adams' interception ratio, look at the teams that he intercepted the ball against. 2 of them was against the Giants, intercepting the ball and ripping the ball out of the hands of Danny Dimes and running in for a touchdown. To me, wasn't a secluded or even top-of-the-line interception because he practically fumbled and ripped the ball out of his hands.
Now, here's the other thing to look at, too, though. You have to keep in mind, because of the lack of pass rush, because Quinnen Williams was hurt, C.J. Mosley was obviously out the whole year.
Avery Williamson,
I was just going to say that. They had to use him more as a box safety in that time, though, too, where if they're using him more as a box safety, the corners get more exposed.
Do you really think that Jamal Adams, because if Jamal Adams was on the team or wasn't on the team last year, that the Jets would be any better than that they would have been? The Jets were going to be a bad team last year. They were not ready to win. They're not ready to win this year. Let's be honest. They're not. They're 2-3 players away from being a contender. Are they a borderline playoff team? We will have to see what this offensive line can do protecting Sam Darnold. All in all, we don't know what the Jets are. We don't. And the fact that we have a guy who praises Tom Brady. This is a Jet fan. He was on a Jet show, weapons hot, okay, attacking the Jets organization. He attacked Adam Gase. He attacked Joe Douglas. He attacked Woody Johnson, Chris Johnson, the Jets team, Greg Williams, Adam Gase. Who else did he attack? He attacked everybody, including CJ and Kevin. He attacked every single person, all the Jet fans, and even the Jet fans that would sit there and listen to the garbage that he was saying. And by the way, it was complete, utter garbage.
You would have never known he was a Jets fan.
Know what he's a Jet fan. He praises Tom Brady. Why do you think it says, I'm Tom Brady's boy toy? Because that's the truth. That is the truth. I hate the guys that call themselves fans and they go on a radio show, going out there and talking about his team and talking about his team and said nothing good about his team. Nothing. There was nothing good that came out of his mouth. And nothing naturally. First of all, Denzel Mims pulled his hamstring. So it's Denzel Mims' fault that is in. And the reason why Denzel Mims is not a first-round draft pick. That's pretty much what he said. He said Denzel Mims is a guy that's going to be a bust, and that his hamstring, the reason why he hurt his hamstring is because he doesn't want to play for the Jets, and he's probably not going to make the team, or he's not going to play this year.
What was even more ridiculous is, you heard it, I don't know if you heard this later, they were arguing that Tyler Johnson, the receiver from Minnesota, was a 5th-round pick. Nice player, but not near what Denzel Mims is. He thinks he's going to be a better player than Denzel Mims by far. Tyler Johnson.
How about you, Mark? Because you're sitting there and you're a Jet fan. I know you didn't listen to it yesterday, but I'm pretty damn disgusted about it. CJ told me, what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm sitting right over here, and I'm telling you right now, if this guy has the balls, the gift, has the balls to call this show, please call the show, 631-965-4990. I would love for you to call the show, because if you call me the names that you call Kevin, you see this pen right here? I'll shove it in and insert it where the sun doesn't shine. But what did you, I don't know if you heard that clip, because I got a couple more clips that I think you should listen to. What did you think about the whole C.J. Mosley thing that he said?
Well, I mean, C.J. Mosley was obviously hurt last year, and when he did play, the 3 quarters that he played, he made a huge difference and almost carried them to a victory by himself. That's the hardest thing about him not playing now. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody being dissatisfied with the team, but when you start, if you're starting to attack the people who are having you on, if you're starting to insult the people that had you as a guest, that is probably the most disrespectful thing you could do. I know CJ, I know Kevin, I know Dan.
It's insulting.
Yeah,
he insulted
absolutely.
them. And what really bothers me about the whole big picture,
they're great guys. CJ and Kevin,
it has nothing to do with being great. It has something to do with what you're talking about. Give me another clip. Put on another clip because it's just a joke, an absolute joke. Come on, Speedy, let's go.
Greg Williams deserves a lot more credit that he's given. And here's the kicker. The Jets already have the hardest part figured out. You guys got your franchise quarterback. Sam Darnold is a legit franchise quarterback. You don't even need a great offensive line for him to be successful. But the best they can do is Denzel Mims.
But you don't need an offensive line.
Excited about that?
Hold on. Pause that, Speedy. You don't need an offensive line, a good offensive line, for a quarterback to be good. Really? Now, I don't know what football you watch, but offensive line is probably the most important decorated part of playing football as far as a quarterback is concerned. And Sam Darnold hasn't had an offensive line since he's come into the league. He's been hit more. He's hit last year. He was hit third most in the NFL. The year before he was hit second most in the NFL, and he missed 4 games his first year and 5 games his second year for mono. So let me ask you this question, Mark. Is the offensive line an important thing to have for a quarterback?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right? How about for a running back? Do you think it helps for a good running back that can run up the seams?
Just a little bit.
Unless
you're Barry Sanders.
So the gift that he calls himself, or the gift that keeps on giving.
I think that's the biggest problem that I have with him.
Well, I don't know who gave him the name the gift, because I call him the GIF, because I would take that face or take this clown outfit and use it as a GIF, because the guy is a complete joke. He's a complete joke. I can't sit here and listen to a Jet fan to take shots at C.J. Mosley. You don't know C.J. Mosley. You take shots that you don't need an offensive line for a quarterback a quarterback to be good.
I don't get that at all.
Come on, Speedy. Give me another clip. Come on, give me another clip.
Here's another one on Mosley.
CJ Mosley didn't play last season.
Because he didn't want to play for your franchise.
What?
He had a groin injury.
He didn't want to play?
He faked it.
He faked it.
CJ Mosley was the one that quitted on the Jets last year.
He quitted?
He was the one that opted out this year, and you guys blame me. Like, CJ Mosley was the one that did this, and like you're telling me that I'm the one that's wrong?
He quitted, Errol.
CJ Mosley quit.
No, he didn't.
He quitted. Le'Veon Bell quitted. Here's the person that quitted that you were sticking up for the whole night. Jamal Adams. That's the guy that quitted on the Jets. He quit on the Jets 2 years ago. No, quitted. Because you know what? It's been 2 years. He quitted on the Jets for 2 years. And this is a guy that's been pushing to go to the Cowboys for the last 2 seasons. And then all of a sudden, in the offseason, who he loved, Adam Gase, absolutely adored Adam Gase. All of a sudden, this offseason, takes shots at the Adam Gase signing, thinking that Adam Gase isn't the guy that's going to lead this team. Joe Douglas is a joke, even though Joe Douglas had one of the best drafts this year. He was, I think, 5th or 4th ranking on a lot of polls that the way he drafted. He took shots at Greg Williams when the Jets defense in the second half of the season was one of the top 10 defenses in the league, when they had all secondary players, all backup players playing at their positions. No Avery Williamson, no CJ Mosley. What the hell is this guy talking about? What is he talking? He is a complete clown. A clown. Why would anybody watch this guy's YouTube? Why would anybody watch it? And I'm telling you right now, John, you can call this show right now. I would love for you to call this show, because I would love to get you in the studio, because you know what I'd be throwing? I'd be throwing darts at you, because you have no idea what you're talking about. The New York Jets organization is not a joke anymore. They're trying to rebuild. Now, I don't know about the Johnson family. I don't know if Woody Johnson did what everybody claims he did with the racist remarks and the sexist remarks. We don't know if that's true. It still hasn't come out to be true. But you know what is really, really funny? The whole time for that whole show, Weapons Hot, all you kept doing was taking shots at the Jets, and you were praising Jamal Adams. The same Jamal Adams that was demanding a trade, and then said, after he was traded, that he cried for happiness when the Seattle Seahawks traded for him. He cried for happiness, and then wrote a letter to the New York Jets fans and the organization that he'll always be a Jet, and he loved the organization. He loved what the Jet fans did for him. Meanwhile, you turn your back on the Jet fan, you damn piece of crap.